Oh, no, he didn't.
Girl, yes, he did.
Come back to the podcast. What I realized is when I'm working from home, which is all the time, I will put on this jacket over anything to make it an outfit.
Oh,
welcome back.
I was wondering why you had the jacket on in the house.
Because it's an outfit now.
Part of your outfit. I got
part of my outfit now. And I realized, I think I've had this on probably the last 4 or 5 episodes. If you're watching on YouTube, thank you for subscribing. It sits over there. I put it on. It's an outfit. Thank you for subscribing on YouTube. Make sure you follow us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. And don't forget we have Patreon, which is a paid subscription service to not only support the podcast, but also to get exclusive behind the scenes, backstage dish and information.
Yes, bonus episodes every week.
That sounds amazing when you said that. It really is a bonus episode every week for Patreon. And we also do live events with Patreon. So check that out. All right, today's topic. How do we say this? So we were talking about Jasmine Sullivan. We can probably do about 15 podcasts from different Jasmine Sullivan songs. And that might be an idea for Sweet.
Sweet.
May Sweet. Pick a Jasmine Sullivan song and break that thing down. But this song about, I'm in love with another man from one of her earlier albums. But what do you think about this love? Sometimes you fall in love with somebody, you might be together, you might not be together, but you always gonna love them. Anytime they call, you're gonna answer the phone. Anytime they want to see you, you're gonna go back. But you might have an understanding, I'm not gonna be with this person. Mm-hmm. But then you just hold them in this space. And now you're dating someone else who's really great that you love, or you've been married to somebody else. But there always is this person that is just your heart. Would you want to know if your partner had such a person and they were not dead? Would you want them to tell you, hey, well, this is person, I just always, I know we're not going to be together and I love you and I want to be with you and I want my life with you, but you know that this person exists. Would you want to know that about your partner?
No, absolutely not. I wouldn't.
Now,
unless that person was dead.
Sounds harsh, but I agree. But here's the thing. Let's say they don't tell you that, but this is just that best friend. We've been through so much. This is like my sister. Because a lot of times people phrase it differently for them to be around.
Yeah, I feel like I can see through that too. But I mean, obviously I would know then because that would be the thing. I can only speak from my own experience. And I don't have such a person, but I know people do.
When you say have such a person, like just somebody that they love and is just
they can call me, they can call me anytime. There's not anyone from my past that I'm still in love with. Mm-hmm. So, or not to that extent. I know some people have true loves, and I don't think I've ever had one.
I think I've done an episode about the person I still refer to as my one true love. So he's in the world, but I mean. But he has introduced this woman character. Is this like my sister, like my best friend? She was at the wedding, whatever. Oh, that's like his sister best friend. That's just because most men, women too, but most men not gonna say, this is the great love of my life. And that's why she's always in my life, because she is my great love. They gonna say, this is my sister, Kiki.
Yeah. And
so would you rather him say, this is my sister, Kiki, and then you don't know that person exists? Or would you rather him tell you that person exists?
I rather him either not tell me, I'd rather not know the person exists and not be around, not be around. Or if she's going to be around, I would rather know then in that case. You know what I mean? Like, let's not play this game. No. Because, I don't like to be deceived and all that kind of stuff.
Right.
And it's like they got a secret, whatever. Right. They're keeping away from me as the wife.
So think about it. 2 schools of thought. Let's say he refers to this person as his true love. You don't want to know about it. You also don't want them to be around and be called something else. But think about it.
No, what I'm saying is, some people have true loves that they don't even talk to, but if they did, right. Now that's different. I don't need to know about that. She's out of sight, out of mind for me. You know what I mean?
Right.
But if this is somebody that's going to be around, is at the wedding and all that kind of stuff, then yes, I need to know. Yeah, I want to know. Don't play that sister role with me. Don't know.
But this is what I'm saying to you. If you need to know because she always around, I would rather know and she not be around.
If I had to choose, yeah. But I'm saying.
I'd rather know you have this person and she ain't here.
I got you. But what I'm saying is,
knowing it's that person.
If that person is going to be around, I would want to know that. Like, that's just two different scenarios. One case could be they had a relationship before, they're still in love with each other. She's moved away, she's married and has her kids. They don't talk, they don't communicate. But if she did, you know, I would pick up the phone. I don't need to know about that because that may not ever happen. But if it's somebody that's just gonna be around in another situation, if it's somebody that's just around and still considers themselves friends and all that kind of stuff, then I need to know all the deets. Like, I don't need to be in the dark, so to speak, about the past.
Right, because then they will argue, well, you ain't got to worry about her. I mean, she was here before you. If we wanted to be together, we would have been together. We sister and brothers. You ain't got to worry about that. Why you?
I'm not. But don't stop saying sister and brother. Y'all friends.
So as many people,
sisters and brothers typically don't sleep together. That's just not normal.
As many people as you know who this is like my sister. You go on Facebook right now and see somebody saying happy brother to my brother from another mother.
I dated a guy about 10 plus years ago. And he had a best friend that was around. They were friends. And he told me up front though. He let me know when we first started dating. Yes, we had a relationship at some point in time in our lives when we were younger. So I appreciated it. It didn't bother me. I wasn't threatened by it at that point. That was years ago, you know, and they were still friends, but that part didn't bother me at all.
Right.
Because I appreciated him being honest about it. And don't have me sitting up in your living room shooting stuff and, you know.
She get mad, y'all. She about to cuss. She's thinking about it, getting upset about to cuss this man out that don't.
Like, yeah, we playing cards and stuff, and I'm like, you know, y'all looking at each other across the room. Remember that time?
Well, but that's the thing. So let me say this. Do you believe most people, if you had to guess, just pull a number out of the sky, what percentage would you say of people who are married to somebody, let's say happily married, but they have that person that if they call?
It might be half and half. I don't know. I have, that's just a uneducated guess on my part to say half and half.
You know it exists and you believe it could be as high as half. I think most people have that person that for whatever reason they are not with or not going to be with, not trying to be with, have accepted they will not be with, and they have a life with someone new. But if they called, I'm going to answer. You don't have that person. Would you think you would want to have such a person in your life? Like that great love that exists.
The what now?
Just this great love character that exists that you're not with, you're not trying to be with, you with somebody else that you love. Do you think you would want to have that character and you don't have it? But would you be like,
no, because I mean, you don't know what you don't have anyway, you know, so I've never been in that position. So I don't desire to have that. No, I don't know.
I think in having one, I enjoy the memories and, well, let me say this too about that character for people. It's probably the one that you can think of, probably one of the very few people that you've ever dated before that you can think of fondly. Because think about most of them is exes for a reason, and that's what you remember. You know what? Don't he need? So that love person is, no, we're not together. We broke up, whatever. It obviously wasn't all perfect, but you still think of them fondly. And so it's like, man, it's
beyond fondly though, because I have a couple of exes that I still think highly of.
Yeah, no, they are great love, but I'm saying that's why they're different. Because when you think about them, you think about the love and not the breakup. You think about the love and not the arguments. You think about the love and not all the stuff that is why y'all ain't together, which was obviously a reason why. So in having that person, I enjoy being able to have those memories. I enjoy when I hear from them. And again, when we communicate, it's not to be together. It's just, hey, just checking in on you. Oh, I saw this and thought about you. I like having that person that exists. But also, I'm curious, in the past, with that person that exists, when I've been dating someone else, we don't communicate. When he's been dating someone else, we don't communicate because I think we know that would be probably disrespectful, even though we ain't trying to be together, just based on the history. But I don't know what that would look like in the context of me being in, like, let's say a marriage, because like I said, I don't communicate with him if I am in a relationship. But if I was married to someone, is that an agreement that I will never communicate with him ever again? Because I don't do it when I'm dating somebody. Because I know if I communicate with him, it's because, hey, but now I'm married to somebody else who I love and I want to be with.
So, okay.
But
so
I didn't say I can never talk to this person.
Let's back up. let's say you get married to someone else.
Mm-hmm.
Do you tell him about that person?
Now, a couple questions. When you say tell him about this person, it might come up in the context of you never been in a serious relationship or you never been in love, as you talk about past relationships.
No, would you refer to him as you've referred to him on this podcast as your one true love?
No.
Okay.
I mean, because I'm trying to get a new one, right? No.
Okay, that's the first question.
And so the assumption
would be,
the assumption at this point obviously would be whoever I might end up marrying or being with in life is not ever going to see this particular episode. That's what we're believing.
Yeah, I forgot we're not on Patreon, right?
We're not, right. This is a public. So the belief would have to be whoever I end up with will never have seen this particular episode of this particular podcast. We're also
or the one back from season 1
when I talked about him. So that would have to be what we would believe to be true.
What would you tell your spouse?
I was in love once. It didn't work out. It was a bad time, okay. But yeah, I've been in love before.
Okay. He asked, do you still talk to this guy?
Not often. That's true.
So when y'all communicate, what do y'all talk about?
Just catching up. It might be something, oh, you remember that? Or, might be talking trash about sports or something. Okay.
I may or may not be comfortable with you continuing that communication now that we're married.
Okay. Iris, I hear you. I hear you. But why? Why would you have a problem? I mean, he was there before you. So if I wanted to,
I know how men are. I know how, and I can see the glimmer in your eyes when we're talking about him right now. So I don't.
I mean, he's a great guy. He's a great guy.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, that is fine. But I just, I want to keep our marriage sacred and on the up and up. So.
Okay. Well, how about this? I will not communicate with him anymore. And in exchange and out of the mutual respect, you stop talking to your mama.
That is not the same. I'm just asking. I'm not even saying that.
I get it. And that's why I'm saying I'm curious.
I'm not saying that's fair. I know people who have done that to their spouses.
And I can understand it.
Not talk to that
I would probably be the spouse that would say that. Being realistic, I would be the one to say, well, why you need to talk to him?
I don't know. It's just.
But that's what I'm saying to you. In having that character in my life, I do not communicate with that character when I'm dating someone because I just know how I feel about him and how he feels about me. And I know he don't reach out to me when he's in something. I don't reach out to him when we don't do that, right? He even said one time that he wanted to say something about something one time and he didn't because he didn't know what my situation was and he didn't want to be disrespectful. And I told him, you can't be disrespectful.
Yeah, we're going to make sure he don't ever see this one. Whoever he is.
Whoever my husband will be. So that's why I said I'm curious. If I fell in love, and I believe I will fall in love, I believe I will have a partner or husband. I am probably having to then understand and accept that I would then never ever interact or talk to this person again. That's something I would have to have on the table for myself, whether he told me I had to do it or not.
How does that feel though?
Well, if I met somebody who I fell in love with and I want to build a life with them, then that's the trade-off, right? That's
I'm talking about right now in this, just thinking it out.
Okay, and just thinking it out in the hypothetical, I'm excited about my wedding. Do you want to be a bridesmaid? So that's what I was thinking about. I'm getting married. So in the hypothetical, I'm excited that I found somebody to marry.
Okay.
So that would outweigh this.
No, I'm saying the thought, what I was saying in the hypothetical, not necessarily about the wedding, but the thought of never speaking to that guy again.
The thought of having someone that I can form a lifelong partnership with outweighs the thought of not talking to him again.
Okay. That's what I was trying to get to.
Yes, but in actual practical, if I love somebody and I got married, now I'm over it. Okay, we got married. Great. Go in there and sit down somewhere. And he texts me, send me a message. Do I say, hey, I got married. You probably saw that on Facebook. I don't think it's good.
I screamed. I did put it up for you, right?
I put the stories. I saw you saw it. I don't think we should communicate anymore because, you know, I'm always going to love you and have feelings for you. And I really want to give this relationship a shot. I'm still want him to know that if it don't work out, I'm going to come back.
wait. So how would you word that then?
I would say, listen, you know how our history, how I feel about you, how you feel about me. I got married.
Ooh, I wish you would.
I really want to respect this and give us the best shot. So I just don't think we need to communicate anymore.
Oh, okay.
But I also know that I'm not saying, hey, don't contact. We happy over here. You cause the problem. I'm gonna set it up and say, if I ever have to come back,
you're gonna walk that fine line though. You're gonna walk that.
If I ever have to come back, answer the phone. But I'm not saying I don't love you no more. I'm saying out of respect of my marriage and trying to give us a good shot, I don't think we need to communicate anymore. I wish you the absolute best. That's it. What? What are you thinking? What are you feeling? What?
Sounds easier said than done because I know how you feel about this guy.
Right. But I'm saying I have done that without saying that to him when I was in a relationship with all these losers. Mm-hmm. So you know how I feel about him. You know I ain't dated nobody like him that I feel that way. And I still would not engage or interact with him while I was dating him. So if I was actually getting married, right. If I was actually getting married to somebody, that means
he's not going to be a loser, first of all.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. The advantage of giving myself the best shot of having a happy, healthy relationship will outweigh this true love character.
Okay. So that would be an unprompted type thing, not necessarily coming from your husband, but that's something you know you would have to do.
If I got married and he reached out to me knowing I was married, I would then say that to him. Now, I'm not just gonna get married and then say, hey, don't say nothing to me no more. Okay. He might just go ahead and know how to manage himself.
And drift on off.
Right. Yeah, because I got married. But if I got married and he knows I got married and he reaches out, even if it's just say, hey, congratulations, hey, I'm happy for, it'd be like, yeah, we probably don't need to talk. I appreciate that. Wish the best for you too. But I know we probably ain't gonna be able to talk because you know how we do. Mm-hmm. But yeah, unprompted from the partner. Now, because my partner has never seen this podcast or season 1, I would not introduce it. There is that character in the world. Now, one of the things I would love for y'all to comment, do you have that character in the world? Are you with someone else who is not your true love character, and do they exist? And does your current partner know that they exist? Mm-hmm. Are you one of them people who be talking about just like my brother, like my sister, and they at the house every Sunday? Don't do that. But if that's you, let us know. And do you have that person? You still single, but you do have that person that if they call, the answer always is going.
And if you're uncomfortable, because these are very personal questions, just shoot us a DM. We're not going to out you.
Are these personal questions? I don't think I realized what personal.
Yes, it's personal.
But listen, my point of reference for personal questions is probably
especially if you got that person and you talking about that's my sister.
Again,
I don't think you want to put that out.
A personal question is because we in season 3 of a podcast, all we talk about is our personal business. So,
our personal business, but I'm talking about for other people. Like I didn't want to stop them from coming in because it's public. Like y'all, you can send us a DM, shoot us an email,
right, or you can just tell us about your friend. Wink, wink. So with me having that character and you not having that character, let's say your partner has that character. You said you would either not want to know, or if they were in somebody, you would want to know.
I would want my partner to approach it as you say you will.
I told you what I'm going to do for my partners, not how I say it. So wait, why do you say that? Because you feel like I feel so much about this true love character.
I don't know. Because it's so hypothetical. It's
right,
so
but
hard
but you basing this off of how you think I feel about the true love character, that if I had something that I wouldn't just be as readily available to let him go, like I'm saying.
Well, it's not readily available to let him go, but yeah, readily available. But no, okay, so I would want my partner
I've done it before for less.
I know, but marriage is something different.
Right.
That's a new category. We haven't been in that space.
This is true.
But anyway, I would want him to approach it the same way. And basically, he doesn't have to reach out to that person and say, hey, I'm married now. But if that person just so happens to reach out to him, then that's what I would want his response to be.
Right. And I think recently in me going on some different journeys and learning more about myself, I'm learning things about myself in different scenarios that I didn't know. And it's also shown me that in a lot of ways, in some of my dating behaviors. I've been hypocritical, whereas I can see something somebody else is doing that I don't like, and I don't realize I'm doing the same thing because I know my intention. So it's like, well, it's different because I know my intention. I don't know your intention, so it's a problem.
Right.
When really, you know, it's the same thing. So I think because I'm opening my mind up to this mirror and the pot calling the kettle black and all that recently, that, you know, if he had this character, like I have this character, I would not want to know, just as I would not offer it to him. And I would, you know, hope that he would manage it accordingly, just like I would. I would hope that's how we end up to be partners, is that we are like-minded and want the same for each other.
That's what I was about to say. And you would think that, especially if you're talking about marriage, you're not with someone who constantly makes you feel, because sometimes insecurity comes from inside, right? But doesn't do anything to help that.
Right. And some people want you to feel insecure or want to feel like.
Yeah. So I wouldn't want to be with anybody who wanted me to be insecure in the first place. So I would think that they would have my best interest at heart to begin with. So.
Right. Now, what about in the world of ex-spouses? Obviously, there was a love, probably some kids, probably houses, whatever. Obviously, there was a deep connection, attraction, feeling. For whatever reason, that is over. But you still have to interact with this person because of the kids or whatever, family, right? And then you come in, you don't have an ex-spouse, you know, you coming in, okay, yeah, I'm glad that you and your ex-wife get along. You know, I'm glad it ain't no drama or whatever. Or am I?
You know, that's different for me. Obviously, you're gonna know about it. I just think there has to be a respect factor of when you call and what you know, how often y'all.
Can the ex-wife call your husband and ask him to fix something at the house? Her house? He's fixed it before. They used to live there together. And that thing that he fixed that time, it needs to be fixed. Is there any way you can come over here and do that again? He's your husband. Can he do that? I'm gonna take that as a no.
No, because I'm not trying, like, I was gonna say that first time, but then after that, you're gonna have to get a handyman. You know, if this is like fresh and you just by yourself, you know, trying to get back on your feet or whatever, and you're used to this certain lifestyle of a man being around. And
so he has one coupon that he can go over and do something. After that,
one time. After that, we're gonna have to find you a handyman. But I've seen so many blended families do it, right?
Right. I'm saying it's
that's why I'm kind of hesitant to say no.
Right, and that's the thing.
I've seen families go on vacations together with both wives, the current wife and the ex-wife, and all the kids. Like, and you know, it seems to work. You know, I don't know their stories, but from that side looking in, it looks great. And you know,
in every scenario, you got exceptions to the rules and all that. But this is the thing, because now it brings into this whole other idea of, do I want you to have good relationships with your exes? So in theory, you were like, yes, we all adults. Y'all ain't got to be mad and fighting. No, I need y'all not to have no great relationship. And I'm not even talking about an ex-spouse. I'm saying just your exes. He cool with all his exes.
Yeah.
Do I want that? Not his great loves, not that but he's just cool with all his exes. They still talk, they still hang out, they dated. I know they dated, but he just still cool with them.
No, we ain't having all that. There's no reason for that. Not be married. You can find you some male friends or something.
I don't know. You know what? It's. I don't know. You know what? Because I've had a situation where an ex of mine introduced me to somebody that I started dating.
But you're not buddy with this guy though. This ex.
Right, but I'm saying he still is.
Y'all are cordial and
right.
Have.
But so that's what I'm saying. So the hypocritical nature of, would I want him to be cool with an ex? And I'm cool enough with an ex that they say, hey, you should meet this guy. So I think,
but I don't mind you being cool with people. That's fine. But you talking about hanging out and you know, doing all this other stuff. It's like, why would you do that if you are with me? That just doesn't seem, you know.
I'm just saying, I'm trying to be more sensitive to the hypocritical nature, because I know my intention, I know my heart, I know who I am. I do things and I am not thinking of what they would be thinking or could feel. And not saying they do, but I don't think of that. And then when they do things, I'm like, how could you not know I would feel that when you told me that and I saw that and I felt that? And I'm trying to be more self-reflective and more secure in that, you know what? You're actually in the exact same situation that you would be mad if he was in. And so I'm trying to learn. But like I said, I'm learning new things on this new dating journey. And you start learning yourself. You start seeing how you show up in situations that you wouldn't know because you weren't there before. So now you're there. You're like, well, I don't know who I would be. Right. All of us would like to say, I would be the most mature, most communicative, most open, honest, loyal, amazing person in the world. And then you get there, you're like, oh, what we not gonna do. You shock yourself. You're like, ooh, I found out something new about myself. So I don't know. Tell us the comments or DM us if it's too personal. Do you have the one true love that you are not with? You will not be with. You're not trying to be with them, but they do exist in the world. And do y'all communicate? Would you want to know if your partner had that character? What's the other thing? Being cool with the exes, is that good or bad? Can the ex-spouse go fix something back at the house? Especially if they got kids and the dryer don't work and Junior got to go to school tomorrow. Can he go fix the dryer? He already came to fix the gutter. You said he had one. It's 10 o'clock at night. The handyman ain't gonna answer. He can't go fix the dryer tonight. Ooh, I can't believe that baby got to go to school and wet clothes. Look at you. You're like, oh, well, why don't you go pick him up and bring him over here? He can finish doing his laundry here and we'll take him to school from here. And she can call handyman in the morning. Was that the answer?
Yeah, that's about the answer.
Y'all let us know. Let us know what you think. Make sure you leave it in a comment. Make sure you like. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you share. Like, y'all got action items. Get to it. But this will be interesting. And if more than anything, yes, I would want you to find a great true love and be with him. Right. If you can't be with your great true love, I hope you get one so you can talk about him. It's fun. It's fun. It's fun having this character that you have romanticized in your head, and it's fun. So I wish you much success with that. All right, y'all. Until next time. Oh no, he did.
Girl, yes, he did.